Mayonnaise James. I'm in a smoke session with Squirrel. You already know what's up.
Man, it's your boy Danny, that guy. This smoke session with Squirrel. You know what's going on, man.
Rewind it a little bit and play it again, you know what I mean? While we in this smoke session with Squirrel.
Okay. And it's your boy Squirrel. Who we got today with me?
Big old kid, man, RBPs and that type of shit.
Smoke session with Squirrel.
Hey, smoke section with Squirrel. Have some throat sex with your girl, motherfucker.
Yeah, go follow Smoke Session with
Go
Squirrel.
follow the page right now.
Yeah.
Blow a cutie or some marshmallow, shot on apple sky. It's Smoke Session with Squirrel. I'm about to take off, smoking on some tropical runts. It blow your face off. Yo, it's your boy Squirrel, man. Smoke Session with Squirrel. And I'm in here with the game changer, Carrese Archer. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, man.
Who you with? Yeah, I'm here now, man. We back in the land, man. I just touched down to Michigan, man. So I'm back home. I had to make a visit to see my daughter for her 16th birthday. Squirrel hit me up and said we had to do a podcast in person. I said, let's make it happen.
Yeah, so talking about that, you said you back in Michigan. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you told me that you're from Michigan, but tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Man, I would like to say I'm a combat sport athlete. I do a little bit of everything. I do a little bit of slap fighting. I got some other future endeavors coming up. I'm about to be doing some boxing. I did a little bit of bare knuckle, did some MMA. So, and then I'm about to be doing some motivational speaking as well. So like I said, I'm doing a little bit of everything. Got my hands on a little bit of everything.
How does it feel being a Michigan boy, being out there in LA, you know what I'm saying, rubbing shoulders with some of the greats or some of these rich Silicon Valley type people that, you know what I mean? What's that feel like?
Man, it feel good, man. It feel good to be able to rub elbows with people on a higher level because you get to really pick off and learn from people that's doing what you see on TV every day. You know, you get to figure out how you get to be a player in the game and not just be a person watching, you know, so I got to actually play the game, and I'm still playing the game, you know, and trying to make it more of a reality instead of a dream, you know.
How did you get into combat sports?
Oh man, combat sports. Well, I started doing MMA in Kalamazoo, in this area. I'm originally from Battle Creek, Michigan, and I started doing MMA when I was like 22 years old. My boy Joe Witt, he was a big name out here, and he actually got me into doing MMA. I went to a couple of fights out here, and I was just like, I had to do it. I was already kind of like not getting into trouble, but putting my hands on people. So I was like, I might as well start getting paid for it. And I think I just started at that point, started kind of like paying attention to the UFC and what that was about. And I was like, man, I think I can do this. I went to a couple of shows, and I was like, I gotta have parts.
So you did the local MMA thing first before you got into the next, like because the bare knuckles was after that, right?
Yeah, the bare knuckle was definitely way later on down the road. But I started out doing my MMA career out here. Yep. And fought a little bit of everywhere. Comstock, Schoolcraft, Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Jackson. I've been a little bit of Wyandotte, a little bit of everywhere, man. A little bit of everywhere around here.
So do you, with the MMA, are you more of a stand-up combat fighter or are you a ground guy?
Well, back in the day, I would have said I was a stand-up guy, but I like to think of now, as of late, I'm an all-around fighter.
Did you learn that you had to add that ground into it to be able to take your MMA to the next level? Because I know it got to be tough when...
Man, yeah, man, because I didn't wrestle in high school or anything like that, so like that was never that wasn't my path growing up. So I just like jumped out here in the MMA world, like basically like jumping out in the water, not knowing how to swim. And I had to learn how to swim. And each fight was me learning. It was never like me just going out there. I knew what I was doing. I was out there every time I was doing something different. Every fight was different. every experience I had was a learning experience, you know. So I was trying to mold myself into becoming a fighter.
So after you did the MMA, what made you want to get into the bare knuckles? That guy, you almost gotta be almost a little bit crazy to, you know what I'm saying, get in there and want to do the bare knuckle thing.
Well, bare knuckle I felt like was right up my alley anyway, because I'm from the streets and I done fought mad
bare knuckle fights,
but I've never been hit for real, so I've never really get hit in the street fight. So the bare knuckle was different, but that was my first fight after like 3 years. I came off of knee surgery and I wasn't fighting, so that was like one of my first opportunities, and I jumped on it, and I didn't think twice about it.
So was the MMA local too, or was that where you already moved? Were you already out in LA by then?
The bare knuckle and rest of my MMA fights would happen when I was out in LA, out in Cali.
Is it a lot of different levels of MMA or underground boxing out there in LA?
Man, yeah, man, it is, man. It's a lot of different levels of fighting. Just underground, they call them smokers. You know, that's pretty much some just like off the like just off the radar. There's no commission. Nobody that's important and involved knows what's going on. It's not going to hurt your record or anything like that. And you can find those pretty much a little bit of anywhere every weekend out there. And then they got actual MMA fights, local people that have their own gyms that's involved in the MMA community out there. They got their own thing going on, that they throw their own shows.
So that's one thing about like being out in LA or Cali with like you got a way bigger demographic, so you got a way bigger opportunity of doing a lot more stuff. Like fighting locally here, you might only fight a fight a month or a couple fights every couple months or something. You might not have the opportunity, but out there you said this fights every weekend.
Man, oh yeah, those fights going on. You could fight I knew at least 3 or 4 different promotions just in the area I was in, and then just the MMA. Like,
that's just the ones you knew.
Yeah, that's just the ones I knew. And it's just like the MMA community on the West Coast is just different. Whatever, like I said, like anything I said this before, anything that's your sport on the West Coast is all year round. So you'll be doing it all year round. If you wrestle, you'll be doing it all year round. You play basketball, you're doing it all year round. You play football, you're doing it all year round. If you're a swimmer, you'll be doing that all year round. You play soccer, that's all year round. There's no, I play 3-4 sports at the same time. You really get, you know how sweet you got to be to play all 3 sports out there?
Because out there, like you said, it's all year round, so you got to make your pick. What
are you really doing? Because you got a chance you got actually a chance to go D1 out there, and you got a chance to get drafted and get looked at and get scouted for real. So it's like
way bigger.
Yeah,
so they got way bigger things out there.
You can't be playing with yourself like that, splitting yourself down the middle. For real, you got to put all your whatever it is. You got to put your all into it out there.
So, you got into the bare knuckle boxing. What was one of the best things and one of the worst things that you learned or that you liked about the bare knuckle boxing?
Man,
fighting.
I liked with that particular fight, I liked it, man. I liked how fast it took off. You know what I mean? And I liked how the guy I was fighting, he wasn't scared of me. You know, like he was really ready to fight. He brought the fight, you know, and it was just like we gave the fans and the people what they wanted to see. We won fight of the night. You know, you would have thought that fight was a 3-rounder, you know. And I fight with a lot of intensity anyway, and I bring it in every fight. So just to be able to get a gamed opponent that's just ideal, you know.
So what's the normal round? Like how many rounds you guys normally do?
Well, their rounds are 3 rounds.
3 rounds?
Yeah, there's normally 3-round fights.
It was crazy when you watch it on TV or you see somebody fighting them and a round be 2-3 minutes. You be like, man, 2-3 minutes, but explain to the people how difficult these 3 minutes. Them 3 minutes feel like 15 when you in there.
Man, all you gotta do is pick up 10-pound weights. I wouldn't even suggest picking up that. Pick up some 2-pound weights and punch for 30 seconds. And if you can punch consistently for 30 seconds, you might be able to fight. You know what I mean? Because most people can't punch longer than 60, 45 seconds consistently, you know, or keep their hands up, you know. So the fight, to be able to do what fighters do, you see on TV, it's a real skill. You have to practice that. You have to drill it. You have to marry your craft, you know. So because if you drop your hands, you know, you get an opponent like me that's trying to hurt you. You want to be able to protect yourself. You want to make sure you did everything you possibly could do to be prepared for this opportunity.
What do you think that fighting in the streets actually helped you, or do you think that sometimes like you need to know the other things to be able to actually counter? Because some of these guys are masters in 3-4 different type of jujitsu, taekwondo. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They masters in 3-4-5 different things.
I think it matters for the simple fact because you can't build heart. You know what I mean? You either got it or you don't. You either got it or you don't.
I don't know. It depends if you catch it. I mean, as an adult, you might not be able to build heart, but like I know you, if you find you find a young kid and he listened to you and he really want to learn or he want to progress.
But you gonna find out what that kid got. He gonna know what he got. You know what I'm saying? Conversely, you could train anybody, anything, but you can't train heart.
You can't train heart.
You can't train the heart. You can't train to have that dog in you. You either got it or you don't. Everybody know like you know, LeBron is cold, but LeBron don't got that dog in him. He don't want to take that last shot at the last second.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That's where we gotta split it though, because having heart and having that dog in you is a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you may have heart, but you ain't got that you ain't got that Mamba mentality. You ain't got that mentality.
You gotta have that killer in you. You gotta have that killer in you.
Like I coach football. I used to have a kid, man. It was his first year. He used to get his ass smacked. Every time he got smacked, he'd get up crying, like, I'm okay, coach. And he'll run back to the huddle. No matter how hard he got hit or I used to be like, man, that little nigga got hurt. Straight up.
Yeah.
Like, it's kids out here that's been playing for years and they get hit like that. They gonna go, I want to go see my mom or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would get smacked and get his ass right back up, bro. So, like, I know what you mean by you can't teach heart because a lot of people will quit. Like, I'm done. I'm straight. I don't even want to play this shit no more.
Right. I'm good.
So, that's dope, man. With saying having a dog in you, like, I heard you say that on Power Slap. Where did that I got the dog in me? Where did that come from?
Man, I don't know, man. I guess we was going, like, a lot of people don't know I was going through a lot in that reality show, being in that house with them people, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm being targeted on so many different levels, and, like, the shit that happened, it was just, like, it was like this kid was just playing with me too much. And I ain't gonna say he a kid because he a grown man, but he was a kid to me in the mind. You know how a person act, especially when you drink, it shows like you clearly ain't been through shit. You ain't been around no real people and they letting you act like this. You know what I'm saying? Because this type of shit get people hurt where I'm from. It get people hurt real bad, and ain't nobody giving a fuck about you being drunk. Nobody give a fuck about that drunk shit. That should be all the more reason why you get fucked up. Because what is you doing? How your mama ain't prepare you for life and you letting you come outside and acting like this in front of people? You know what I'm saying? So
I jumped from there to there because you said the dogs. I wanted to ask you about that, but let me jump back. I'll go back into that. So after the bare knuckle boxing, everybody's seen a viral video of you and Nate Diaz. How did that occur? And did y'all have beef before this prior?
Man. Or
did y'all have words before that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we kind of did have words before because, like, he didn't say nothing, but we were at the weigh-ins, and the people I was with, they were fighting on that card. So, like, one of my teammates was actually fighting Nate Diaz, like, real close homeboys. So, when they didn't know that I was with the people I was with. So when I walked up, I was already in their corner. So when my guys came off the stage and walked past me, Nate came from behind the curtains and I cut him off. And right when I cut him off, they was talking shit. And I cut him off and I was right there on the front line like, what's up then? Let's get it popping. Nate disappeared instantly. And it was just his little entourage of people talking shit left. That was just standing right there. And it was like a real awkward silence for 30 seconds. And then somebody pushed me and hit me with a drink. And then the shit got to popping, going crazy. And then the security got involved and the police got involved. They separated us. So then from that moment on, the whole Nate Diaz and all them guys had security the whole time. So Nate walking past me, standing there where I was at, was just probably him just realizing I was probably the guy that he had locked eyes with and I made move behind the curtain again. You know what I mean? Because he didn't stay there when he noticed my guys came off the stage. He was on some like, oh yeah, what's cracking? Like, oh, it's on site. I thought it was on site. He was talking shit. And then I cut him off. And I was like, so what's up then? Let's get it popping. And they was like, everybody was like, oh, it's really like that? Oh yeah, it's like that. What's up? Y'all want to fight or not? And they really had us outnumbered. But that shit was just weird that Nate pulled that little weird ass stunt. But at the same time, a lot of people don't realize Nate last 3 altercations after my altercation with him, what happened? He done slapped, punched, and choked the person out. So, ha.
No, I seen that. And you obviously you see and hear people in the background laughing and shit. And it was more just a reaction to how shit popped and shit. But like, I don't like to ask what, you know what I'm saying, other interviews have asked you or whatever, but like, did you feel that, like, I know you probably at that point didn't even know how to capitalize on it, but like, did you actually feel like, I'm about to go at him at this point? Like, he got a bigger name than me. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna poke the bear a little bit. Let's see, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what he's talking about.
Well, I knew that I didn't think that I was gonna get a reaction. I knew I wasn't gonna get a reaction. I still haven't got a response, you know, so I wasn't really like, to me, I felt like it was just one of them things that me felt like somebody's having me do some shit that I really wouldn't do outside my character, because I was fine with people not knowing that it was not me. People like, oh, bro, you getting traction. You need to do. I'm like, but I didn't see it.
They didn't know it was you.
Yeah, nobody knew it was me until I made out that call out video. And then that's when once I put my name out there, everybody, I could have just been some random who.
Because I never was looking like, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell unless somebody knows.
Yeah, unless somebody knew me. And it was people that knew me that called me and said, Reese, was that you in that video? Like, people that kind of knew me and knew I was around those people called and was like, bro, was that you? What was going on? Like, type shit like that. But that if you didn't know me and you didn't know I was in that situation or the people I was around, you wouldn't have known that was me.
So you being around the MMA game, do you have a relationship with Dana White at all?
No, we don't got no relationship. I wouldn't say that. I guess we do, because he paid me a couple of times. You know, like, Dana White knows me. I'm not one of them people he don't know now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say we have something going on.
So,
because it's like, it's not one of them things where I can call him right now. No, I can't call him.
No, yeah, I feel
but it's definitely like, the right shit happened, I will be getting a phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
is that how, from that altercation, not from that altercation, but like your name started getting bigger, is that how the power slap thing came about?
I think it is, because I don't know no other way for how else did I get on there, because I got recruited. I didn't fill out the application.
You didn't apply or anything at all? Somebody hit you?
Yeah, I got hit up. Like, they hit me up after one of my fights got canceled on some, like, somebody threw a monkey wrench in one of my fights I had coming up in Cali. I was gonna beat a guy up real bad. I was gonna first time I was gonna get me a guy that was like 1-0. I was gonna tear his ass up. So that fight got canceled, and then I ended up getting a call for power slap, and they was like, dog, we've been trying to get a hold of you for 2 weeks. And like, you're a hard guy to get a hold of. So it's like, I'm not one of them people that people know how to get a hold of. You know, I don't have an agent, I don't have a manager, I don't have a team of people or a network. You know what I'm saying? Like, where most people have,
they gotta come find you.
Yeah, I'm one of them people you gotta dig up. So they didn't really dug me up to come find me to be on the show and shit. So I was like, fuck it. And the only reason I did it was because they were like, Dana White name is attached to it. I said, well, Dana White's going to see me and I don't have to fight nobody. I said, let's go, run that.
That's what I was going to ask. So is Power Slap affiliated with the UFC?
No, it's not. It's its own entity. It's its own thing, but they piggybacking off of the UFC for sure.
Well, you said that Dana was like connected with it. That's why I didn't know if they were.
Dana White, you got to know, Dana White's just the president of the UFC. He don't owns the UFC.
He's the face.
He owns Power Slap.
Okay.
So Power Slap is his.
It's his. Okay, that's where I was getting to, because like, Dana White may not own UFC, but when people think of UFC or anybody connected, is Dana White.
It's Dana White.
You know what I'm saying? Even over a Conor or anything, first thing they say, Dana White. You know what I'm saying? Because the name's so big. So I never knew that actually Power Slap was actually his.
Power Slap is his, and then there's other investors are part of it, but that's his. That's his baby. That's his UFC.
That's hard, man.
And they have a president, but everybody's still saying it's Dana White. So it's like, what do you have a president for? I guess you have a president for financial reasons, because he ain't the face.
You doing Power Slap. Like, what was your first thought when you get the call for this? Like, I know you do bare knuckles and you were doing MMA and doing different stuff, but this is a little different. For them to call you like, hey, we doing a slap TV show? Like, what?
You know what's crazy? I was just watching, like, the Russian videos on YouTube of them slapping each other. So I was like, man, I could do this. I was like, man, I hope I get a call for some shit like this one day. I get the call.
Like the big
motherfuckers slapping each other.
Nigga had the red shirt on.
And I'm like, dog, I could do this. And then next thing I know, I get the call for Power Slap. And I'm like, shit, let's do it. But I'm about to be doing that card jiu-jitsu. You know, and I'm about to be doing slap fighting championship. I got another slap match coming up. But it won't be on Power Slap. It'll be the original slap fighters that were that guy that actually started doing slap fighting here in America. That's been doing it for the last 5 years. I'm going to be
The
on
way
his
I've been
league.
looking, man, I feel like Power Slap is going to be like, it's going to be the next big thing. Like the slapping type thing. Like the slap fights is going to be just as big as any other
Other thing.
combat things because it's something unique. It's something different. You know what I'm saying?
And it is. It's man, like, look, a lot of people like fighting. Fighting is cool. But if you want to see somebody get knocked out and you want to see somebody just take one, because that's what people want to see for real.
That shit different.
Like,
That
it's
shit-
different, bro.
that
It's just
shit-
different, bro. Like, you like,
motherfuckers
I
see
want
that
to
and be
see
like-
somebody just take one, bro. Like, don't flinch, don't move. Just stand here and take it.
Hey, man.
And you like, dog, I can count on this guy probably going to sleep off of this. I want to see that.
Before I knew what it was, you start seeing the videos and the reels of that shit popping up on your screen. You be like, man, hell no. A motherfucker ain't about to just slap the shit out of me. Even my son in the car, I was telling him who I had on the podcast today. He was like, you let him slap you on the podcast, Dad? I'm like, man, hell no. I ain't about to let this nigga just slap me for nothing. This nigga getting paid for that shit. Motherfucker ain't about to just hit me, motherfucker. My son like, man, just let him slap you, Dad. And I'm like, man, that's just crazy. No, but watching that, man, it's different, though. It's a different type of, you gotta be a different breed. Like you said, you gotta be different, man, to be able to just stand up there and just let somebody hit you.
Let somebody hit you knowing you about to get hit.
So what was your, being in Power Slap, what was your most challenging, well, who was your most challenging opponent? Or who did you like to go against the most?
Man, Asael.
It looked like it was a good match,
It
man.
was a good match, man. It was, man. Even though he had the referees or the judges' favor because
Man, he had something, man. Because look,
Because,
he
bro-
got you that one time, but then he got you. As soon as they did, he was like, foot off the mat. I'm like, nigga, he barely, his calf tightened up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know. So what is the actual...
the rules.
The rules for that. So like, and also, are you okay?
Hand
so
placement is important.
Is it
It's really
all four fingers? Is it the hand? Is it you not allowed to use the palm? Like what?
No.
What?
You're not a lot. You
Is it
now.
just the tips?
Yeah, it's really, you gotta think it's a slap. It's only supposed to be this right here. All this is good. Anything beyond this is too much. You doing too much. If you lead
You're
and you
knocking
watch
it out with
and see
this,
when
right?
you watch the and when you watch the slow mo, you see what lands first. They landing like this.
Yeah.
They landing. Bow. They hitting you like this, so they know real.
that?
Like my slaps was real. Like I'm whacking you. Like I know where these bitches about to land.
You cup it a certain way.
No, I'm not even cupping it. Like I'm just doing this, and I know
Bam.
my hand. Like I'm a striker, so I've been hitting people my whole life. That's something I know how to do. If I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to hit
a
something.
motherfucker.
I know how to hit a motherfucker. So, like when they let you line up and you put that motherfucker right in the socket, you could just like he know how to slap somebody. It's just something I don't even know how to describe how you just know how to do it. Like I don't have to do all this. I don't gotta do all that. I'm gonna just do this, and then I'm gonna do my thing, and then I'm gonna just whack you. Like, and it's gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Like I think a lot of people. Well, so I see different techniques when I'm watching it. There's some people that just go and they'll go from here. Like sometimes like they'll come up under
But
it.
they all the guys from Power Slap, bro. I ain't gonna lie, are all slapping. It's not a lot of correct slappers in the league. That's why, like, bro, they picking and choosing who they want to win. And because if you pay attention to the videos and the hand placement and the rules, you will see that they're not slapping correctly. You know what I mean? These guys are really like when I got hit all 3-4 times like this with the back of the palm, up here in the temple, behind the ear, like all in the bad spots. You know what I mean? Like that's not a slap, bro. This is a slap. This is a slap. When you slap somebody, like, that's a slap. You know what I'm saying? Not when you hit somebody back there or you hitting them back
The
here.
whole
And
side of that
you
shit,
you going right for the knockout points and you hitting me illegally. You purposely trying to break my face and they letting you try to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Asael got to run it back. We go do a boxing match.
I did see that,
Beat him
man.
up.
You said something about you on Instagram. You challenged him to a boxing match.
Yeah.
Did he ever respond to that?
Yeah, he responded, man, but he ducking me now, man. So it's like he running from me. I don't think he really want to let me beat him up for real. I'll punish him real bad.
Cause he might be one of them guys that might just be good at slapping. I ain't trying to get in the ring.
Man,
with
he
this
ain't.
type
Man,
shit.
this guy is a poser and a liar, man. He's not. He's never been in a fight. He's never been in any type of real confrontations. Like these guys are fake, man. Like I don't like how he lying about where he from and what he done, and I don't like that shit. That shit makes me want to do more bad damage to him.
So how is that though? When you know you there, and it's basically it's a show, but you still gotta do your thing. But then you got people that are faking or posing something. Like how is that? Like and then you're around these people too. So I mean, I know
it's really, really irritating, especially after you can only do it like the first 2-3 days. That shit cool, but after you go to like 2 or 3 weeks, you like, man, dog, I'm starting to feel like I'm locked up. I can't do what I want to do. I'm gonna have to do something to you. That's the only thing I'm in control of now. And at this point, you're looking like the next best option around here. So that's how I was feeling.
So I did see that you had you guys parted ways. You and Power Slap parted ways, or what's your relationship like with Power Slap right now?
I'm not contracted with them guys anymore.
Okay.
So I'm like free agent. I'm back. I'm in the best position a person could be in because a lot of people wouldn't even be watching Power Slap if it wasn't for me.
I never even knew what it was until I seen your clip. Like I knew. No, I knew of. I mean, I knew of seeing it, but I didn't know what it was called or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people
I saw
like
a couple
that.
things. He was growling. He was going hard, man, and shit. Like, and I was like, this nigga crazy. You know what I'm saying? So then I started checking into a couple of them, but I never really knew nothing about it. And then I didn't know that it was on TV, on TBS, or that it was Dana White's. Like, I didn't know any of that. All I knew was niggas be out there getting the shit slapped out of them.
See, and that's the crazy because that's not the first time I done heard that. I done ran into people in Vegas from the UK, from London. I done got messages in my DM from people that's like, dog, you're the best person on the show. All that. Like, I really helped build Power Slap. So
You and my man's real. Like, if you combine, y'all got 100 million views.
yeah, my shit everywhere,
like,
not just on the Power Slap page.
As I'm saying, like, you got big comedians doing your shit. You got people all over seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all definitely played a part in the name of that getting bigger than what it is. But like you said, I like that you're a free agent because then you can just pick and choose.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. So like I got a motivational speaking tour I'm about to do with the King of Africa. He's like the king of 17 different countries, 3 different kingdoms. His name's Frederick McHenry. Yeah, Frederick McHenry. And we working on a very big project here.
You said you're king of what?
King of Africa.
So when we was talking off camera earlier, when he said king, I just I'm gonna call the king. I'm thinking he just talking about somebody he the king. Like, people be having names and shit like, oh, that's the king. You know what I'm saying? Like, but man, that's crazy as hell. How'd you get in contact with him, and how'd that relationship start for you?
Man, just networking with a big brother, man. He a restaurant owner out in Vegas, man, and he actually connected me with some people, man, and a few people. And I got another guy. I'm doing some stuff with the kids. I'm working on a lot of positive different things. So it's like I got my hands on a lot of different things, and I'm just starting to try to put that together. You know, if that makes sense. Like working on a lot of different things, and one of those being is, like I said, like working with the kids, putting the after school program together with kids that's trying to actually fight or want to learn how to fight, work on confidence, self-building confidence, being sure of themselves. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you like doing things like that for the community?
Man,
being part of the community?
I love doing that. That's what I'm doing this for. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this just so for people that was like me when I was a kid, that didn't have an opportunity, that didn't have a place, that didn't know how to express themselves. You know what I mean? For real.
Keeping it bottled up. No, come out here and hit something. Come here, punch this bag. Do it. You know what I'm saying?
Just get in shape, work out. Get active.
Motivate them to do something different.
Yeah. You don't have to be a rapper. You don't gotta be a football player. You don't gotta be a basketball player. Just having a healthy mindset. That's the whole point of being a game changer. Not like. I don't call myself the game changer because it sounds cool. I call myself the game changer because I changed the game. I beat all odds, and it started with me changing my mindset first before I was able to change the game. And life is a game, and you gotta want to win this game of life.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to win because you don't want to be a loser. Like, it's hard it's hard to say it like that because, like, as a coach, you see it's a lot of people that say it ain't all about winning and losing. But I almost feel like that's wrong at some points, because if you're teaching your kid to lose,
It's okay to
he's going to be a loser in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're teaching him to win, no matter what, he wants to succeed and win at what he's doing. It ain't got to be on this football field,
Nah.
but you want to teach him to be a winner.
Be a winner.
Winner at life.
Get good
So,
grades. Be a winner. Don't be an underachiever.
So I love you saying that, because like I said, like I've had people be like, no, it ain't all about winning. No, but it is. You want to be a winner in life, though. It ain't. I'm not talking about just on the field, but you don't want to be a loser.
No, you
Because
don't.
not calling anybody specific, but if you go downtown and you see a homeless guy on the side of the road, a stereotypical person will look at them and think that he's the loser.
He's a loser. He losing.
You don't want to be that guy. You don't want, you know what I'm saying? You want to be the winner. You want to progress in life and be free, be able to do the things you want, and make the choices you want. So that's dope, man. Like we did a family fun day and an Easter egg hunt when I first opened my clothing store. And man, like I had people come to me like, man, we never had nothing like that down here. Free food, free everything, bring everybody down. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like we like to do shit like that too. So like we definitely have to link up on something like that, because like the kids, man, like kids the future, and if you don't teach them right,
they ain't gonna be right.
you see how the kids is. You see how them 2,000 babies is right now. Them little niggas crazy, for real. Like,
Everything off the chain. Ain't nobody thinking for
like
themselves.
for real. Like so, like it and it's kind of dope that you teaching them how to defend themselves without using a gun, because you know. If y'all don't know, Michigan got 5 of the top 25 worst cities for crime rate and murder rate in the country. Got 5 of them, and Kalamazoo is one of them top 25 in the country. Out of how many cities? You know what I'm saying? So like being able to show kids that, man, just go out there and beat his ass.
And leave it at that.
You know what I'm saying? Like real shit.
If
like
you come
not
back
like that.
tomorrow, beat him up again tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying?
Get beat up tomorrow until you learn how to win.
That's the difference. Like you ain't gotta, even if you like.
That's how it was when we was growing up.
But nowadays kids get bullied and they don't like it. They don't. It's too many cameras. There's too many motherfuckers laughing and they got a joke. So at that point they're like, I'll kill you before these niggas laughing at me like that.
Or kill themselves.
You know what I'm saying? So that's dope as hell, man.
Suicide rate is through the roof.
Suicide rate is crazy.
Kids is killing themselves. Don't
Yeah,
have
man.
no identity.
If you need somebody to talk to, make sure you hit the suicide hotline for sure, man. Because there's a lot of people going. Don't think you're the only motherfucker going through something. Like some people just direct their energy differently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of going out and doing something crazy, go hit the weights, do some push-ups, go read a book, go walking. Walking is what's crazy, man. Man, walking is one of the best things you can do. Go walk for 30 minutes, man.
One thing
your mind gonna race, but your mind gonna get free. You gonna think of things that you wouldn't have thought about if you wouldn't.
One thing I tell my daughter is build your future now. One thing I tell my daughter, what's more important about life, which was what I wish somebody would have told me, is how important it is being a kid. Because you gotta grow up, and if you're not thinking about what it's gonna be like when you grow up, and if you're thinking about the wrong things, what it's gonna be like when you grow up, that's what it's gonna be like. So if you put yourself in position to be a winner and be a game changer, you can overcome your circumstances easy. That's what I'm here to tell you. You can overcome your circumstances. I'm a person, I didn't have a mom, I didn't have a dad, I never had a granny, I didn't have an uncle, I didn't have a grandpa, I didn't have nobody I could rely on, so, and I had to figure this out. And I'm here to tell you, like, look, you can be a game changer. Change your mind, change the way you think, and then you'll change the game.
I like that game changer phrase, though, for real. Like, and I didn't know, so I was watching some other stuff on you, like how you was just breaking it down about the game changer, like how you want it's more than just the combat shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a game changer and somebody, you doing something for somebody
anybody
that
can be a game
changer. You can change their life. You a game changer in their life.
You a game changer.
You know what I'm saying? So I love that. I love that shit, man.
I want everybody to be a game changer.
I might make my son put down the back of his cleats, nigga, for football season this year. Game changer. Straight up. Because you gotta feel like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta change the game.
You gotta change
What's
the
gonna
game.
make you different on the field? You gotta want to change the game.
You gotta, man, what?
You gotta want to change the game.
Y'all better listen to this, man. It's more than just the combat shit. That's why we do this show, man.
It's more to life than just being whatever people think you have to be. You can change the game. You can change the way people want what statistically want you to be. Statistically, I was supposed to be a loser. Statistically, I'm not supposed to be here even being able to have this conversation, but I am. And I'm blessed and highly favored to be able to do this. And I'm here to spread the word. It ain't over. I'm only just getting started.
So I'd like to take a second to thank my sponsors, thank Mint Cannabis, thank 8 Mile Vodka. And so since we're thanking 8 Mile Vodka, man, we're gonna take a shot at this 8 Mile Vodka, man. And if you're in Michigan, you can pick up 8 Mile Vodka at any local Myers, man. Enjoy yourself. And so next, we try a little bit of the stuff we got on here, man. We got some gummies. We got some these like little Snickers. Them motherfuckers bad. We got hot Cheetos. We got almond nuts or some gummies, man. What's something that you want to try? We try a couple little things.
What's this right here?
So this is, I'm actually gonna give this to you. Okay. So you do MMA and you do different things, a lot of stuff with your body and stuff. A lot of people don't know how beneficial marijuana, actually medical purposes, what it can actually do for you. So this is CBD.
Okay.
So this is stuff that you can rub on your joints and back, you know what I'm saying? And like this is an actual different, instead of taking a pill for a pain, like this is like, it's natural.
Okay.
So when they used to have this shit, they used to have Tylenol shit back in the day when they was hurt, they'd find some different shits they would put together. I'm telling you, put this on, you rub it on, this the CBD is topical, would be great for you, man. I'm telling you. So this is kind of dope because I get to give it to somebody that actually can use
benefit
this.
from
And
it.
this isn't no THC in it. So he not getting high off it. It's for the body. You know what I'm saying? 600 milligrams CBD. It says it's a dropper. They give you directions right there, but it's a dropper. You can drop it in your hand or your fingers, rub it on the different parts of the joints.
I had some stuff like that before. That stuff works really good.
And it really does.
Yeah, it really does.
So,
It heals you faster than anything. It's like a natural healing.
It's from Earth Remedies. Got these Mojos. I don't know nothing about these Mojos. These Mojo THC bars are so fire. So we're gonna try these Mojos. Shout out Trap House Company.
Trap House Company, huh?
Yeah, the Trap House Company. Got some little wax right here. Crude Boys, Trap House Company. Yeah. But like back in the day when we first started smoking, you remember it was just the original shit. So like to have shit like this make you be like, damn, they got fire ass edibles.
Man,
and
imagine
shit.
being able to go to school with edibles.
What?
No, the kids be off the train now.
Wow, why you going to have to go?
I'm about to roll up still. I don't want my wood to dry out.
I got it dry, bro. I'm all right.
No, you the one that didn't want no shot.
Oh boy.
Hey man, I just appreciate y'all being here for sure though. But
I appreciate you having me. I was excited. I was like, I got a podcast.
Support Breach, bro. That's my dude.
Like podcast interview. I was like, let's do it.
hell yeah. So
I'm dangerous.
man, dang, you just smack so many of
Oh
them.
God.
You like hot stuff at all?
Yes, sir.
Man, you gotta try these right here. These
Bro, I just ate one of them.
THC cheese balls, fast act. That's only 10 milligrams though.
What was that one?
No, the candy bar is on 10 milligrams.
What's that one?
Shit,
You grab
whole-
a picture,
10 milligrams. You be alright, man.
Oh, you be alright.
Two of them. Bro, you can't drive that
Hot
truck,
cheese ball.
Go ahead, man.
bro. You can't drive that truck, bro.
But I'm saying, like, the way they formulate
Hold
shit,
on, I got this. This is a cheese ball with weed in it.
it's like a hot Cheeto, but it's THC.
Bro, what?
Shout out You Baked, you know what I'm saying? And MKX got some little droppers, so like you can get like the water or little drinks, like
Yeah.
THC droppers. So you drop it in, you can make any drink THC. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't hot, bro.
How do you feel about people like Jake Paul capitalizing off the combat of boxing or something else, coming off of YouTube, just being a guy that has millions of followers and people that are gonna tune in just because? Like, how does that feel for a person like you that actually does this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm not mad at them making money. I'm more mad that he's still in my spotlight because if it wasn't for Jake Paul fighting Nate Diaz, I would have more grounds to fight Nate Diaz.
They give it. That's what I'm saying. What they giving these fighters rank. Like these motherfuckers is getting named and they're fighting top notch names just off YouTube. So they'd rather give KSI a fight over you.
Yep.
And that's what's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because they can pay him. And you got to think these guys KSI and Jake Paul, they run their own promotions.
Well, they're huge.
So they got money.
They're huge YouTube guys. They got millions of dollars.
And they can pay. They can pay you to fight them. You know what I'm saying? So,
and they go half on the promotion with you. So then I'll pick this nigga all day. He got half on.
Everybody making money. Everybody making money.
So you said you don't like it that, like, you're not hating, but you just don't like how they taking your opportunities.
Yeah, you taking my opportunity
of real fighters that's been doing this shit and trying to get into the game. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I got plans to show up to their fight though, so I ain't tripping.
So do you who you taking in the fight?
Well, if I was
Nate not a boxer, so I mean, yeah, he was a great MMA guy.
Nate been doing boxing. Nate been actually doing boxing.
I know, but
he
a combat guy. But that's what I'm saying. So like, but a lot of people don't realize it. Like, you could be the best fighter ever, like out in the street. But boxing is a different type of technique. You got to know how to dodge punches and counter and hit. So it's like, if you going into a different sport and you going to fight a motherfucker that's been fighting actual pro fights, even if they've been rigged or whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but motherfuckers still been fighting. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that, because like I said, who
you think gonna win? You sound like you think Jake Paul gonna win.
No, I be hoping Jake lose every time he get on the ring. No bullshit. I'm not gonna hold you up, because I feel like I was hoping he was gonna fight Tommy Fury and he was gonna beat his, and Tommy Fury was gonna beat his ass, man. But when I be watching this shit, man, like, they not fighting motherfuckers that's real fighters.
That's really hungry that want to hurt him.
What's the other white dude that he fought from the UFC? He was Ben Askren. Ben Askren, 40-something.
He wasn't trying to hurt him.
But look, they tried to play my nigga Anderson, though. You tried to play my nigga Anderson Silva, nigga. You already know that nigga got to his ass.
That was rigged.
Hell yeah,
that was rigged.
They probably like, Anderson, we give you $5 million, just let this nigga knock you out. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, once again, he got all this YouTube money, and he a hell of a promoter because he promoting himself, and he don't even. And then by them having fucking Prime, shout out Prime, nigga, they got all the kids. It's more kids that's tuning into these motherfuckers and giving them more money than anything in the world.
I know people that don't even watch them and they be drinking Prime. I'm like, man, this shit whack.
My daughter is 6, bro. She's like, can I get a Prime? You don't even know who the fuck this is.
You just want it.
You just seen it. We got Prime, boy. You see the TikTok. That's all you want. That's all.
That shit like crack. That shit like crack. Social media is crazy.
Hey, but look, that's how crazy, like, and that shows you, like, how the industry can control something, and how they can make you want something just because they showing it to you.
Man,
I don't even like the flavor of it. I'd rather drink a natural Gatorade. And I don't even drink them unless I'm doing something.
Nah, I gotta be doing something.
But it's just crazy. Like I said, they can literally put something in front of you.
I think people like the bottles. It's the color of the bottles too. That's a psychological thing too. The color of the bottles, because it's attractive. Just how bright they are. So they're like, that's a sales ticket in itself.
Just when I was doing
weird
clothes,
ass highlighter colors.
That those things with colors, like it
matters.
It definitely matters. I saw people be like, oh man, them color schemes Kanye got is crazy. But why you going to buy them then? The color schemes is what catching the eye
of people psychologically.
It's like
triggering them to go buy it anyway. Like, oh, come get it.
I got a clothing brand, Platinum and Gold. Platinum and Gold has the all-seeing eye on it. People are gonna look at my brand, whether they know who I am, if it's dope or not, just based off the symbolism, because they seen it everything, so they're so accustomed to seeing the shit.
Just gonna grab it anyway.
What's this? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna grab their attention anyway.
So you had me answer. So I don't know. I think Nate gonna give us some punches, but if everything is set up, I feel like Jake gonna win regardless, because it's set up. But I do think that Nate has enough money to
where he don't have to throw the fight.
You don't got to throw the fight. Let's that nigga be like, hey, bro, pay-per-view gonna bring in $80 million. I got a dub for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends on how bad the Nate. Like, are you? Because everybody always look at Nate like he a badass and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why.
And all this shit. So, but you know what I mean though. Like,
yeah.
So. Do you take a dive and risk your image for some paper, or do you try to go prove a point and knock this nigga out?
Well, you better not get caught in that eyebrow, because you know it's gonna bleed.
You know, Nate really don't. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Because if that was the case, he would have lost the counter.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's how I feel like.
That's why I'm saying that, because I feel like Nate, the type of motherfucker, he don't give a fuck about no dive. He's like, if I got a chance to knock you out in front of everybody,
and he gonna take it.
fuck
That's how
that
Nate
money.
is. Like
the money percentage already set in
so
the
if you
the
go
books.
beat Nate, you gotta beat him. This gonna be a
Yeah, what
this.
about that eye, bro? You ever seen Nate Diaz fight without a big ass stupid cut on his eye?
And this shit started.
These boxing gloves gonna be different
No,
though.
it ain't.
But
There's so much scar tissue, bro. It's not gonna be.
It's gonna
But-
bust open on him.
Yeah.
okay, so it's saying
Jake
that
Paul is
though.
hard. If he gets him in that eyebrow, he's got that pointy eyebrow.
So you saying it's
that-
gonna go the whole round, all 12 rounds?
Now, unless the doctor says stop because your eye's fucked up.
So you got a bunch of scars on your eyebrows and under. So do those open up more when you get in the fight in combat?
Well, this one did.
Scar tissue.
That opened up recently in my last fight.
It's probably obviously a softer layer. So
Scar tissue.
But like I haven't really had nothing open up in a long time, so that was in my bare knuckle when this opened up, and that was it. But I haven't bled in a long time.
So Nick Diaz got the surgery. There's a surgery to shave the eyebrows down because he had the same thing. Nate Diaz refused to do it. So I'm telling you can firm look Nate Diaz's eye and it'll fucking cut open.
I'm saying, if it ain't rigged, I'm gonna call my shot. I say Nate get him.
But that's
Nate,
the easy
Nate
way out,
get
ain't
him.
it? Let him hit you in the eye enough to where the doctor stops it.
Yeah.
Nate get him because this is
that'll
gonna
fuck the bed knives all up.
Yeah, fuck you, internet.
stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
easy way
niggas
out.
Doctor,
It's
stop
with
it.
it.
Ooh.
all of a sudden, a headbutt, his eyes open, you can't finish the fight. Anything with that eye. 'cause he
Hey,
knows
look, I
the
see
problem.
Jake pulling off like some dirty shit. Like if he start losing, like he do a throw a slick ass elbow in there or something, or a headbutt.
I'm telling you, the scar tissue's real.
One.
The more you get cut in the same spot, the scar tissue never fully heals.
So who you got, man? Shit, your thoughts should almost be you want Jake to knock this nigga. You want Jake
I
to
really
knock this
want-
nigga out.
I'm
'Cause
honestly-
if Jake's knock Nick
I
out,
don't got no call.
no. If Jake knock Nick out, nigga, Nick name ain't gonna be the high card call no more. He gonna have to. That's where your opportunity come at.
You think so?
Hell yeah. He
I
get
think it
knocked out.
don't. I think I ain't gonna have no valid call if he get knocked out.
If he beat Jake Paul, he not gonna give you a shot because his name is gonna be in a different. Because you already know how
His
names
name gonna
is,
be in a
man.
different bracket.
You already know how names is though when you start getting that love.
Yeah.
So you already know as soon as if he beat him, his name gonna be bigger than before. So now they're gonna be looking either for a rematch when you ain't getting a fight, or they're gonna be trying to bring somebody else in that he can fight. That's gonna bring in just as much money. So you almost
That's
hope that nigga get knocked out.
Bro, no, that's still my fight. My fight is still off the motherfucking Richter scale. Like when they was talking about me and Nate Diaz fighting, the only thing that wouldn't make my fight happen with him was my record was bad, and that was like they was already in talks with my coach, like pretty much saying like if we bring Reese in to fight Nate for his last fight, realistically, if he knocks Nate out, that makes us look bad, and they wasn't going for that. It was like even if he come in and there's no guarantee that Nate will beat me. So they like, we don't want to take a chance on he coming in and doing some bullshit and knocking Nate out. Because all the pay-per-views, that's what everybody wanted to see. And all the algorithm and all that shit was just off the charts. They were like, that would have been one of the biggest sold fights ever.
Do you still have plans? Are you actively trying to get into the UFC? Like, what's up with that? Like, because do you think that you should try to get in the UFC and
I don't think I need to get.
in?
I don't think I need to get in the UFC to get any fights in. I just gotta be active. I'm like one knockout away from being a world sensation. I just gotta get in a couple.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
knockouts.
So like, what are you looking? What are you looking at? So like, are you looking at trying to do more slap competition? Are you trying to do the boxing thing? Do you want to do MMA? Like what? Like what's your like? What, what would you like to do? Like if you
right now, I would like to do whatever fighting that contract is gonna hit my table first. You know what I mean? Whether it's an MMA contract or a boxing contract, I would like to just get to work as soon as possible. But right now, it's looking like I'm gonna be doing some boxing here shortly. So I was just on the phone with a few people, and we're gonna start. Like I said, I'm about to be training and working on my boxing. I've already been working on it and I already been training, so it's just like I just need something that's on my plate that I can focus on.
have you done any boxing matches before?
I done some boxing training here and there, but I haven't done any matches, no. I done a few smokers when I was out in California.
Talking about boxing, man. Big fight coming up this weekend. Bud Crawford and Earl Spence, man. What you think about that?
Man, that's gonna be one for the books, man.
This will be the first time that all 4 belts will be unified, right?
Yep. I think somebody's going to sleep. Probably.
Think so?
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be.
I feel you feel like they gonna come. They coming with. One of us got to go.
Oh yeah, somebody got to go.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's too big. It's a mega fight.
Yeah, it's like, bro. It's just like how Tank fought Ryan Garcia. One of them is gonna lose, and somebody's gonna lose in a big way.
Hey, before we go any further, what you think about that Tank and that Ryan Garcia? You think that shit was some flop shit too? Or
no, I think that was solid. I think,
or that
bro,
shot, that shot right there, something serious?
Man, yeah, bro. I fight, bro. So like, I fight. So look, when you training and you don't protect yourself, if you ain't never been hit there, you ain't gonna know. But if you been hit there, you like, I seen it. That was just Tank is good, bro. That's good. That's good boxing, bro. That's exactly what that is. Ryan should be doing more sit-ups and doing some more planks, as many core workouts as possible.
Oh yeah, that was tough.
Because that was a good body shot, bro.
That was a good shot.
That was a good body shot. I heard it when he hit him. I was surprised that he still stood up when he did it, because you heard it when Tank hit him, when he was like and hit him with that bitch like boom. I was like, oh shit, that was a body shot. Asked my boy when I was watching, I said he caught him with a body shot. Before Ryan even fell, I said that was a body shot. And it's over. And as soon as he took a couple steps back and he tried to get up, I'm like, I know what that is.
He tried to head up.
No, you can't fight that.
The heart wanted to keep him going.
Yeah, but the body
shut down on his
ass. It's over, bro. And that was like I said,
that was legit.
That was legit, bro. Tank was gonna whoop Ryan regardless if it wasn't for the body shot anyway. You know what's so crazy? That's why I pray every night before the money get here, bro. Like, bro, I don't make the same. I don't want to be. Well, I'm not young. You know what I'm saying? So I got big ambitions and big goals to do the right things for the right people, you know what I mean? Because it ain't about me. It's about, like you said, it's about the future, man. The kids is the future. And if we don't give back to them and pay attention to them and show them how to do this shit and lead this shit the right way, this world we living in right now is not going to be any better than what it is right now. And it's pretty bad and pathetic, man. It's like we falling for the trap.
That's crazy, man. You know it's bad when my 14-year-old daughter be like, yeah, Dad, another one of my friends got shot today. Like, straight up.
That's bad, bro.
But you know what? It's crazy, man. But it come back. A lot of that shit come back to that internet shit, man. These little motherfuckers and everybody in the world out here scamming and shit. They're scamming shit at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
I got something in my shit.
They got the other side, though. There it is.
There's a whole piece of weed in my shit. Hey, but no, like that shit at an all-time high. So you got kids walking around like they untouchable because they touching money and shit. They got pistols. These niggas got shit that we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they think they doing it. They doing it, but it's only when you live fast, you die fast.
Man, I try to explain that shit, man. Like, and
you don't get to do this again. That's one thing I try to tell my daughter. Like, you gotta understand. Like, one thing about life, this is not no video game. You don't get to die and come back as your favorite character. Like, this is over. Like, you get 116, you get 117, you get 118. So, like, I told my daughter when she was 9, this shit about to come. So you need to be thinking about what you want to be doing now before you get there, so you know how to be acting when you get there. And if you listen to me, I'm giving my daughter all the secrets to life. Like, everything I didn't know when I was your age, I'm telling you. I'm telling you all the shit I didn't know because nobody tell me shit. So I'm telling you because I don't want you to be like, damn, ain't nobody tell me nothing. I ain't know nothing.
Hey, you got to get a game to them, man. Let them know the right shit. That's why sometimes a lot of people be like, man, oh, you shouldn't do that around your kids. And don't say, man, look, you got to almost be open with these kids and talk to them and show them what and what not to do. When you be secretive and shit around these motherfuckers, that make them be secretive. They want to, not even just that, then they want to know what the fuck, okay, well, shit, here, what they doing? Oh, I want to try that, see what they doing.
Right.
No, this some shit you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, what I do different than what you doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to tell you what not to do and what to do. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely dig that. Back to the question, though, who you got, though? You said somebody going down. Who you got? You got Bud, you got Earl Spence.
Man, I think I got Earl Spence, dog. Ooh. I think I'm going with Earl Spence.
Better put some money on
that. Everybody think Bud Crawford going to do something to him. But Earl Spence is, I think everybody's sleeping on Bud. I mean, y'all sleeping on Earl Spence, man.
Oh, Oh, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a good one. Hey, I would advise y'all to go put your bets in Vegas bet MGM somewhere. Get you some extra shit on there.
That guy's good.
Man, what's happened to Bronny's son? Had
Man,
a heart attack?
Prayers to Bronny, man.
Prayers to
Bronny
Bronny.
had a goddamn cardiac arrest. That shit got to be scary as a parent.
Man, wow.
Oh yeah, but see, you fuck around, and get your ass
How you have
banned saying shit like that on the internet. But man,
That's
this
weird.
Shit, this shit crazy out here.
Full blown athlete.
Like, and he like a top notch. So like with his dad being who he is, like
Straight A1 pedigree.
his name is in the things. But like I was just explaining to somebody, man, like basketball training in high school, especially high school with a big name, you gonna slack a little bit. It's different than training for a Division I college.
And you gotta think his dad in the league. He ain't never get no pressure off. You think he getting a break? Bronny been training the whole time.
Hey, a lot more kids been having cardiac arrests
How many's
or
vaccinated?
fainting and doing different things like that. I'll speak about damn near anything on here but that, just because I don't want the niggas pulling me.
Fuck that shit. I can get you there,
But
bro.
but I think that is the thing.
It gotta be that because
Like-
that don't make no sense. Think about it, like bro, you just now starting to get into your body as a young athlete.
And he
Bro,
done
there's
passed like
there's
that
nothing
nigga
wrong
really
with you.
nice though.
Bro,
look
nice.
at LeBron's
Right, you
little
tell me they got A1 money.
She's an athlete too, right?
Yeah, she.
When you
A1
got
money,
two
bro.
athlete fucking parents, and you having a cardiac arrest at 15.
Bro ain't 15.
He 18.
Whatever,
He
18.
18.
Even so, it's still the same.
But
bro. That's not right.
so it's not. But
something weird.
the process shit is a little different than when you get older. Like you, like I
Well,
said,
the-
training for a Division I and training for a high school team or a travel AAU team
kids who grow
is
that
a
different.
whole different ball game.
You know, I mean, he grew so fast. You know what I'm saying? His body grew so
See,
fast.
well, Bronny only like 6'3", so
What do you think the USC training
At
overworked
18
him?
though.
no, USC didn't overwork him. I feel like because if you talk about overworking, there was a kid from the one of the top corners in the country. He went to Colorado with Dion, and he just complained that he threw up 7 times in practice.
And he ain't never threw up.
But there's a
Times
lot
is
of
different,
but
bro.
it's not even just that. Like, times is different. These kids' bodies is different. These kids don't do like what we used to do. We used to have to you go outside, come back when the lights come on. Kids don't want to go outside. You
You
got to
seen
make
their-
kids go
have
out.
you seen their
So like
two-a-days
these
in
kids
football?
ain't getting the normal
Extra shit that we be
shit
doing.
that we used to do. So like Bronny, he not getting overworked. His body just might not be able to take that. Like the name, your name is your name, man. But you can't make your body can't just your body ain't adjusting to your name. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter the pressure or no matter what you feel like you have to do. You know
He
what I
ain't
mean?
ready.
Well, I'm not saying that, but it's a different game. Like same thing with the kid that was throwing up in Colorado. Like in Florida where he lived at, they were 270 feet above sea level. In Colorado where he's practicing at, they're 5,000 feet above sea level. So it's a different type of training.
Yeah.
Your body is your lungs gotta adjust to the breathing of a different type of air. Like it ain't just no normal shit.
Altitude sickness is a thing.
Altitude
It
sickness.
takes a long time to adjust to different altitudes like that. Major altitude.
But Bronny not adjusting to none of that. Bronny been in LA, so
Yeah, but he's also LeBron James' son. Stress. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being
That
LeBron
could be
James'
the
son?
problem. Stress could be the problem.
Being LeBron James' son.
I don't feel that. I feel like a lot of people that has gotten that shit done had something happen to them along those same lines of the
symptoms.
cardiac arrest.
Yup.
Hence Jamie Foxx shit and all this
Bro
other
look
shit.
like a clone. You see what bro look like? They don't even like the same person who they just fed us.
I heard that it
Man,
takes
listen,
7 years.
but what I'm
for
saying-
FDA to
Where that- where
approve
he-
it.
that
said,
can't be,
they
bro.
said he did the same shit. Had to go through the process. We say that shit like we Joel and B. He had to go through the process for shooting a new movie with Cameron Diaz, and then like a week later.
Yeah.
But they all went through there, and then everybody on the set got the shot
But
there.
his body might have been
Right,
his
it's
body
different.
might have
Reacted different.
reacted different.
I heard that it takes 7 years for FDA to approve most drugs. This
Hey.
FDA got approved within a year.
Hey, don't be talking about the Family Dentist Association. Them niggas do
Got
not
you.
play no games.
That's it. That's right.
The Family Dentist Association do not play no games. So I don't know if it was that what
Right.
happened to Jamie Foxx or was it him talking about Puffy and throwing them parties.
I think it was.
And just so happened Puffy threw that party, and then Rick Rubin or whatever, he threw a party, and they was all on the same shit, and Puffy was there smiling and cheesing. So look, man, hey, you gotta be safe out here, man, in the world, man. The world crazy out here.
You gotta
man.
be a game changer if you want to stay
You
alive.
gotta be a game changer.
You gotta be a game changer.
I think that might have been what Jamie Foxx was trying to do. Like he was trying to change the game and give knowledge about the game, and the people that run the game don't like the game getting told. Like if you the referee, you don't want a motherfucker telling you how to run the game or how to officiate it.
You just be the player if you the player.
Yeah.
Let me officiate the game.
I think Jamie Foxx been in the game for so long. I think that nigga he was ready to retire, and they was gonna retire his ass. Straight up, like that. You know what I mean? To put it in them terms without saying or whatever. Like like I felt like same thing. I'll be jumping everywhere because then you never know where people want to talk about. But like same thing with like Ye. Like Ye was okay with the lifestyle
when it benefited him.
But then when you sitting there, like it go back to the depression shit. It go back to not believing in yourself and different shit. When you sitting there by yourself, man, when you ain't got nobody else with you,
man,
that's what really brings the real out.
Number one player,
straight up. Like
that's if you got that dog in you, you gonna find out
that. Cause nigga, if not, it'll break you.
Man, what?
Straight up, like that shit'll break you. That's why it ain't for
everybody.
Like everybody can see what you're doing and just think your life's so great and lavish and all this other shit, but they really don't understand what you got going on or what you do to make that shit happen or what you do to make it look like that shit easy. You dig what I'm saying? Like you got if you want it, you gotta want it. You can't, like you said, you can't teach that shit. You either want it or you don't, nigga. Yeah. Straight up. So you about to go on a motivational speaking tour.
It's called the Wake 'Em Up Tour. We're going to be going all over the place, man. Like, we're going to be starting in Atlanta. I think I'm going to be doing a speech in San Diego. We don't have I don't have all the details. I just know I'm going to be headlining it, and it's going to be called the Wake 'Em Up Tour. And I'm going to be headlining it with another guy that's a #1 bookseller of New York Times. His name is Keith. I can't think of his last name right now. But I'm doing that with him and the King, and it's going to be big, so...
The King. That shit gotta be some boss shit, nigga. I'm like, when you be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that with the King. Like, niggas gotta understand, man. That shit, nigga, you don't know no kings, nigga. Real shit. Like, so when the motherfucker say that, you be like, the King.
Yeah.
Like, how is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you say he's the king of multiple countries. You said?
He's the king of Africa. He's the king of 17 different countries, 3 different kingdoms. You know, so.
Hey, listen here. I don't gotta smoke. I don't gotta drink. Hey, King, if you ever see this, I would love to chat it up with you. Keep it all official, man. I would love to do something like that. That shit's crazy. Like, have you ever gotten a chance to? Do you want to go over to Africa and see what it's like?
Yeah, that's definitely something that we already talked about. That's in the works, and we're gonna be heading over there as well. It's gonna be part of the tour, and just the whole give back nature and just affecting life everywhere. And just breathing life into people and just jumpstarting that energy, and that's in everybody. You know, waking up that inner winner in you. Be a game changer. That's what I'm encouraging. And unity, friendship. You know,
it's crazy
the way life's supposed to really be. Not this foo-foo plan. Like everybody wants to be the next Beyonce, next Sexy Red, next Kodak, or next LeBron. Nobody's trying to really be anything, you know. And that's why we got a lot of weird stuff going on. The more I pay attention to what's going on in the world, the more I need to I feel like I got to work that much harder to be in the game changer, because there's so much delusions and people just being misled and just not being told the truth, and just everybody falling for everything, you know. So. Not being positive, not being motivated, not leaving the world better than the way we found it, you know.
When you go to Africa, you ain't gonna do no safari with no doors, nigga.
I probably won't.
Hey, yo, you be seeing that shit motherfuckers be having? They be out there going to just sightseeing, just go see some tigers and some leopards and shit.
I'm not that adventurous like that.
I mean, when you go out to Africa,
I'm convinced that all that shit.
So you're gonna want to be
I seen enough of that shit on TV.
But look, like I wouldn't do it either. But the kid in you want to do it almost, because like you want to be like, man, like there's something different that memories forever. But it's like, nigga, this shit is registered. Like, nigga, like, you out here just trailing through they territories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's what's so crazy about that, man. Like, I think whenever you get that chance, you definitely go out there. You're going to see that, and they're going to see it for a whole... Because, you know, a lot of people, when they see Africa or they hear Africa, what Natural Geographic and shit show you, they show you the motherfuckers that's butt naked with bowls in their lips and shit like that. They don't show you the real Africa.
They don't show you the real Africa.
They show you kids with flies on them. And that's all you... When you grew up, that's all you saw. Like, you didn't get to see the diamonds and gold and the castles and the... You know what I'm saying? You didn't get to see none of that. All you saw was the kids with flies on them. Donate this to feed a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you would see. Yeah. You would never see the real Africa, man. They say Africa beautiful. That shit, they say it's like a resort down there. It ain't what you thinking, but everybody see it and they see what's shown to them on TV. They don't get to see real Africa.
They just praise Floyd over there.
I gotta go with you.
We're gonna be going to Africa going crazy, dog. It's about to be big, bro.
So what's next? I know you got the motivational speaking, but what's the next plan for you?
Man, what's next is I'm about to be training. I'm gonna be spending some time here in Kalamazoo, spending some time with my daughter. I'm gonna do some training, work on trying to develop a after school program here as well with the youth. Try to get something going out here. I'm gonna try to work from Michigan instead of working away from Michigan. And I'm gonna try to put some things together here and set some roots here, man, and build something here. I think I can do that.
Oh yeah. Does cauliflower ear hurt more than it look?
Oh man, it hurt bad.
For sure.
It hurt bad. Man, dog, I have instant PTSD just you bringing it up. I just like instant memories of when I first got it, bro. Like I was so in pain, and then I still had to go to training and muster through training while it hurt. So it was like I was constantly getting. But one thing, that's why I was like, my training was so good, bro, that when I go into any room now, bro, I can hang with the best of them, bro. And it's like, and if a person even act like they go disrespect me in the room, you gonna find out real quick. I'm not here to play with you. Like it's gonna be a mutual respect, or I'm gonna hurt you. It's that simple. I'm not gonna play about you hurting me, because I already been injured, and I'm not at a point where I can afford any type of serious injuries that a big promotion can't pay for the surgery themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking to be on the next big stage. I'm one knockout away from being the world's biggest sensation, and I'm not gonna let somebody at a gym with an ego think they're gonna get their stripes off on trying to beat me up. If that's what you think is here to happen, and I'm just gonna knock you out, and we're not gonna play no more. You know, because that's one thing I'm not here to do is play with anybody. So we either here to go work, and I can show you some things, and maybe you show me some things. You know, but if that's not what we're here to do, then yeah, I'm definitely here to put the pain on.
Nah, yeah, that cauliflower ear, I always wanted to know, man. That shit look like it hurt. Like,
it definitely hurt.
What's the actual? So, like, what causes that? Is it like the tissue? Is it the blood flow?
Man, it's the getting caught in awkward positions and somebody not letting you go. Like you doing the wrong shit.
So it was from a grapple, not even from a punch?
Nah, yeah, you get this from grappling. Like I was grappling D1 wrestler, D2, Joey Black Ice Davis, and Cali. Like I said, the gym I went to, man, I learned a lot of the shit what not to do, and I'm so ready to.
It's inflammation in the cartilage.
Yeah, it's like you ever get a sore, like on your like a scab, and you just keep breaking it open. That's what kept happening here, and that's what that is. Like it just made training very unbearable. Like those days I trained was very hard.
So even when you fight now, does it still irritate when you get hit in it or not?
No, I don't feel nothing.
Okay. I
don't feel nothing. No, you would be pointless to hit me there. But I seen people ears bust open. I seen Rampage bust a person, hit a person in the ear that had cauliflower ear. That shit bust right open, needed stitches, which is very weird. Cauliflower cartilage was on the mat. Everything. It was just. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. It was weird.
That's crazy as fuck.
Off of like a light punch, but Rampage hit hard. He's like, I didn't even hit him hard. I was like, okay, Rampage.
So you doing the combat shit? What have you had any like serious injuries?
Oh man, yeah, man. I had a left knee meniscus tear that I was getting ready for a fight here in Michigan actually, and man, it was like happened in my late 20s, dog, and it was just like really devastating for me. It was really a hard injury because it happened when I was like 26, right before I turned 27. And it was just a real bad time. You know, I watched a lot of shit happen during that time that was supposed to be like the prime years of my career, and I spent a lot of money and lost a lot of money promoting myself, putting money into myself and investing in myself, and I get an injury 8 days before my fight, one of my biggest fights here in the state that never ended up happening because I was injured. And then I didn't get the respect from the state that the state was like, oh yeah, I just didn't fight, didn't tell them that I got injured. Everybody thought I faked my injury, which I ended up having surgery for real on my meniscus, and ended up developing blood clots and went to Cali instantly and trained for 10 months. Got a fight my first 4 months out there. I fought a guy and ended up fighting in the UFC. He got knocked out, and then one of my other opponents, he fought, his name Chaos, he's fighting in the UFC currently still as well, and I fought him. He's from Michigan.
I know Chaos.
Yeah, and I fought him at the Yak Arena, so that's two people those like my last two fights in the state. Or he was my last fight here in Michigan, actually. And then both of them, him and the other guy I fought, before I found out I had blood clots, were both in the UFC or went to the UFC afterwards. So I spent the whole time healing after my blood clots, just training. And I spent the whole time just training with AJ McKee and Antonio McKee in California, and really got a lot better, man, to where I'm so ready. I just want to fight, at the end of the day, whether it be an MMA fight or a boxing match or a bare knuckle. I'm about to be doing this, you probably haven't seen it yet, but it's this combat car jiu-jitsu, where you do jiu-jitsu in a car, and I'm going to be doing that as well. So
Against motherfuckers?
yeah, where you like choke a person out with the seatbelt.
Hey, listen. Man, fuck no. Listen, that just sound crazy, man. That's like you seen that shit with the phone booth and there's two niggas with their back to each other.
Yeah, I'll be doing. I want to do that
type
too.
of shit. That shit look crazy
I
as
would
fuck.
love to do that, dog. Definitely trying to do that too as well.
That's hard.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
I seen that shit like.
'Cause I feel like I would
what
win
the
in a
fuck?
situation like that, bro. I feel like
You ain't got nowhere to go. Ain't no movements. Ain't too much of nothing. Well, before we get out of here, man, would you go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at, and
y'all can hit me up on Instagram, The Game Changer MMA. That's who I am on Instagram. Reese Archer, ReseArcher on Facebook. And right now, that's how you hit me. And if you hit me, I'll hit you back. So let's collab, make something happen.
yeah, man. This smoke session with Squirrel. Make sure y'all go to YouTube and follow the channel. Watch the full episode. We sponsored by 8 Mile Vodka and Mint Cannabis. And we out of here, man. Thanks for tuning in.